Yes, welcome to the Voice of Yahweh Radio Ministries, a ministry of Pastor Evangelist Barbara Lynch. We welcome you for our right now, right on time word straight from the Father's heart. Be filled with all power, all glory, and surrender to the Father's will.
My righteousness rules and reigns in this room this day. I have been bringing my people into the very throes of heaven's courtrooms. I have been pleading your cases day in and day out. I have been freeing you of all the guilt, all the confusion, all the aggravation. I need you to be like my son Jesus. Yes, you are human like he was. Yes, you have emotions like he did. But he brought him to the throne. And he stayed at the throne until he was freed. Then he would go back and minister to the people. He was not a mixture. He was purely holy, purely righteous. He shed his blood for all to see. He is still pouring out his love even this very second. He sold himself totally and completely out so you could be free. And all I ask in return is for you to do the very same thing so the brethren in the world can be free. I am a just God and a righteous God, and I judge righteously. And I say unto you, do not go back to the old way. Stay submitted and cemented in me. Let all who see you see my son Jesus. And I weep because there are a few of you in here that you are refusing to give up your old lifestyle. You are still refusing to walk righteously before a righteous judge. But I say to others, you are my beloved ones. Walk the narrow path. Show the world who my son Jesus really was. Walk in great signs, wonders, and miracles. And never for one instance think that I have left you or forsaken you. My word tells you that some was born for sorrow, and my chosen ones will walk in sorrow. In the natural, but in the spiritual, they will have joy unspeakable. Children, I am cementing you in the newness of life this day, into the new realm that you have reached this morning as you submitted your whole self unto me, your Father. You must keep climbing. You must keep going deeper in me, and you must never look back. Trials and tribulations do await you. But I have given you a promise, and I intend to keep that promise. My son Jesus had trials and tribulations right on up to the time he drew his very last breath. What makes you any different? He loved the people. He stayed the course. He carried his cross. And I am requiring the very same thing, the very same depth of worship in you. You want revival. I am doing revival in each one of you individually. And you will carry that revival to a lost and dying world. As you reach out to me, I will fill your hands. I will fill you so full of myself that the enemy will not be able to slay you as he desires. Thank you. Thank you for submitting your whole self unto me this day. Thank you for laying down the sins of yesterday and picking up the newness of this day. I love you, my children. I weep over you at times for joy, and I weep over you at times with sadness. You must get out of being double-minded. You cannot be double-minded and walk with me. You must quit thinking about self. Jesus never thought about self. He was committed. He was committed to his commitment to me. And you need to do the same thing. If there was ever a day that my children needed to be seen just like Jesus, today is the day. The world is confused. Hate everywhere. The people don't know what to do. And they are just submitting to doubt and unbelief. For they don't see any hope. They don't see any future. You, church, you are their hope of a future as you go forth carrying the anointing of my Son, Jesus. Some of you are chasing rainbows that you're never going to catch. Quit chasing rainbows and just hold tightly to my hands. I can lead, guide, and direct my people. You were born for a purpose. Some of you submitted yourself to the enemy, but I have called you and wooed you and asked you to submit yourself to me and the calling that I have upon your life. This is a day that I have made for you to become just like my Son Jesus. Will you walk in it? Will you walk in the newness and let the old pass away? Will you stay at the foot of the cross until the very end? Lighthouse Church, your future looms bright before you. Are you going to stay the course? Are you going to finish the race? Or are you going to become disheartened and walk away? I say this because some are at that place in their life. You waited and waited and waited. I'm asking you to keep waiting. I'm asking you to stay the course. I have a perfect timing for all things. And I have not left you nor forsaken you. If anybody has left, you have left me. I love you with an everlasting love. I did not call you into existence to sit back and watch you fall. The pressures have been great. The slander has been even greater. But always remember, whatever you went through, my son Jesus went through. If you were not of me, the enemy would let you prosper on all sides. He's been trying to stop you from the day you open the doors. But I am asking you to keep going, keep trusting, keep believing, because victory is on the horizon.